Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. The first thing I'm going to do is prime my lid. And today I'm going to use my LA Girl Concealer and Tawny. I don't have an eyeshadow base that's actually drugstore friendly, but there are some great options. This one I love just because it does have a little bit of tackiness to it, so it definitely makes sure that my eyeshadows will stick and last all night. The next thing I would do is go ahead and set that. I'm going to use a face powder that I have. Any face powder that you have or any eyeshadow that is a skin tone will be perfect, just because we don't want to add any additional colors. We just want something that's going to be straight skin tone colors so that our eyeshadows will pop. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start blending in a peachy shadow. It's going to be very light peachy, but it's going to go ahead and be the perfect transition. It might not look like much, but when we go ahead and put other colors on top of that, it will definitely show the colors. After that, I'm going to go ahead and go in with a orange shadow. The shadow I'm going to be using actually is a blush. It's going to be Cinnamon by NYX. It's one of my favorite blushes, and I love it as a shadow as well. It's going to go in our crease and a little bit above, so we're going to just blend that in. What I'm using is my Sigma E40 brush, but any brush that you have that's an actual big blending brush would be perfect. It's just going to blend this in and make it seamless. And I'm just going to continue to blend this in, and I'm going to actually build this color up. It's not too pigmented, but it's going to be perfect, so we can just continue to blend it in. After that, I'm going to go in with another shadow, which is ColourPop, and this will be Bandit. Bandit is more of a reddish brown with a little bit of an orange undertone, and we're going to put it a little bit below the actual orange, which is the cinnamon color. So we're going to be using an actual blending brush by Creme, but it's going to be a little bit less, a little bit more dense than the E40 brush, and it's going to give us precision, and it's going to blend out that color beautifully. We're going to continue to blend this color out and build it up, and on our outer V, we're going to put a little bit more and blend it into our corner eye. It's going to go a little bit on the actual lid, but that is okay because we are going to prime the lid with a little bit more of a base for our glitter to pop. I'm going to go in with another E40 brush, and this one is going to be a clean one, and I'm just going to go ahead and blend it out the shadows and make sure they're merging together, so it will be a smooth transition from the orange to the Bandit and so forth and so on. Next, I'm going to go in with a black shadow, and this is going to be basically defining the crease, kind of like a cut crease. Any black shadow that you have available, again, I'm just going to use one from a random palette that I have available. Any black shadow would be perfect. You definitely don't have to get a more expensive shadow. And again, I'm just going to carve out my crease with this black shadow, and I'm using a very thick pencil brush, which is very dense, and it has a precision point, so it's going to be able to go ahead and lay it exactly where I want it. Then I'm going to blend it out with a more dense blending brush. This is one from Coastal Scents. It's not necessarily have a name on it, but again, any dense blending brush, because what it's going to do is it's going to go ahead and blend it out for us, but not move it too far. And again, we're going to just blend this out, and we're going to continue to layer this on. We don't want to put too much black because black is hard to blend out, so just little by little. And I'm just going to continue to blend, starting out in my outer crease and bringing it in. And you can see I'm just building it up, just building more on top of the black that I already laid down, and making sure it's exactly where I want it to be, and then go ahead and blend it out again with that blending brush. And I'm going to flick it out a little bit on the end just to give me a little bit of definition right there, and possibly like a little bit of a wing, kind of a guideline for when I do lay down my black liner. So I'm going in right now with a black eyeshadow, a black liner. This is by Wet&Wild, the Fergie collection. It's just a gel liner. I like black under shadows like this, especially glitters, anything that's bright or I want something to pop. Black looks gorgeous under it. So I'm going to use this all over the lid. Then I'm going to go back in with that shadow Bandit and go ahead and blend out the edges. Next, I'm going to go over with a shadow by ColourPop. This shadow is Get Lucky. The name is Get Lucky. I think this is a great shadow. It is a yellow base gold with a little bit of metallic in it. And this is, again, going to be our base for our glitter. And I'm going to put this all over the lid, and we're just going to sketch it out. And again, we don't want to get it over our black. We just want it to be a little bit under the black. I'm just going to sketch this out all over the actual eyeball. And I'm going to go ahead and use my fingers to pat some more in, make sure the pigment is spread out evenly. These shadows are a great shadow to have, especially since they're only $5 a piece. That's a great deal. Then I'm going to go ahead and go back in with a blending brush using our Bandit and a little bit of Mittens as well. These are also ColourPop shadows that I'm using today. What I'm doing right now is I'm basically putting powder under my eyes just because glitter can be a little bit messy, so I don't want to get all over my eye without being able to move it. And the glitter I'm using today is going to be matte. Matte Gold is the glitter that I have. I don't have any glitters that are drugstore. NYX makes a couple friendly drugstore glitter pens, I think. And also you can use craft and glitter as well. But I'm just using what I have on hand. It's a great glitter. It's more of a bronzy glitter and I love it. I'm just going to go ahead and carve this all over the lid. And I'm sorry, carve out to my eyeball and make sure again it's standing out. You want to make sure your glitter is in the right place. I'm just filling out all the gaps that I feel I need a little bit more glitter, making sure it's precise. And I didn't realize I was not recording the rest, but I did go ahead and finish and put my liner and my lashes off camera. The liner is Wet&Wild. And it was, again, I think only $1.99, a great liner. It is completely matte. And my lashes were red cherry and they were in wispy. The foundation I did use today was Maybelline Fit Me Matte. I love the foundation. It does definitely keep me matte throughout the day. And the concealer I'm going to use for highlighting today is LA Girl. I can't talk today. LA Girl and Tawny. I'm going to put this all in my high point areas, exactly where I want the light to hit. So under my eyes, on my forehead, on my nose, on my chin, above my lip. And I'm actually going to go ahead and put this under my cheeks as well, just to make my cheeks pop out a little bit more, so when I'm doing my contour. And I'm going to go over it with my Maybelline concealer, the Fit Me and Cafe. I love this concealer. It definitely disperses out very well, and it does blend out excellently. I'm going to go ahead and use my beauty blender, and I'm going to spray a setting spray. I'm using E.L.F. setting spray. I think it was only like $3. And if you don't have a beauty blender, any dupe that you have will be perfect. And I'm just going to go ahead and blend this out, blend it all the way out. Make sure it's merging in with my foundation. I don't want any streaks. You want to make sure it looks flawless. Again, this is your big night, so you want to make sure that your pictures look excellent as well. You want to make sure you're looking very doll-like. So I'm just taking my time, blending, making sure everything is evened out. I love these concealers because they do definitely melt into the skin and give me the highlight that I'm looking for. I'm going to go ahead and set my concealer as well. I'm going to use Midnight Powder Banana, and I'm using a puff from my E.L.F. powder that I have around the house more. And I'm going to go ahead and put this over all the spots that I definitely went ahead and concealed using my concealer, everything that I brightened up with the LA Girl and the Maybelline. I am going to look a little crazy, but again, we're going to go ahead and set this. So it's definitely going to help out. We don't want it creasing, we want it to be flawless all night long. And then we'll go ahead and go and contour. I'm using Opal, and this is going to be in Carob. So I'm using Opal foundation still in Carob, and I'm just going to go ahead and map out my face, my cheeks, my forehead, my nose, and my chin. Then I'm going to go in with Opal and Black Walnut. And this is a darker foundation. Just go right in the cheeks as well to make sure it gives me more of a chiseled look. And then I'm going to go ahead and blend this out. I'm going to use a little bit of my foundation because I don't want anything too harsh or streaky. Just using my foundation will help it blend out better and make it a little bit more seamless. You just need a little foundation. I put it on the beauty blender and then I blend it out. So you can still see my contour, but it's not too harsh. Again, we want a flawless look, but we don't want nothing too dramatic. Make sure you take your time to blend this out. Again, we want our pictures to look flawless. I'm going to go ahead and set this, and I'm using my Shea Moisture Powder and Mandalay Dusk. It's a darker powder. I do love this, especially since it's so affordable. Then I'm going to go ahead and go over my cheeks with cinnamon first. Then I'm going to go ahead and apply my favorite E.L.F. blush in Blushing Rose. All the items will be in the description box below. So I will list everything so you know exactly where you can get these items. Then I'm just going to set with my powder. Any powder that you have available. I don't have an actual powder from the drugstore, so I'm just using my MAC Skin Finish in Deep. Any powder that you have is fine. Then I'm just going to go ahead and knock off all the excess powder that had me looking a little crazy. So all the banana powder and the rest of my MAC powder I'm just going to knock off. Make sure I set the rest of my face. Then I'm going to go in with a little bit of bronzer. And the bronzer I'm using is from, I think it's from Victoria's Secret. I bought it a while ago during the semi-annual sale. It's one of my favorite bronzers. It just gives me a healthy look, glow, and it makes my skin look gorgeous. So any bronzer that you have available will be perfect for your skin tone. Then I'm going to go ahead and highlight my face. I'm going to use a bronzer. The bronzer I'm using is from E.L.F. It is Bora. Bora looks more like a highlight on me, so I definitely use it as a highlighter. It gives a gorgeous look. If you're my skin tone or a little darker, you're going to love it. If you're a little bit more fair, I'll probably recommend Hard Candy. Has a good few of highlighters. Or Physicians Formula as well has great highlighters as well. Then I'm just going to go ahead and go over it again. And I want to set my face, and I'm going to use my E.L.F. setting spray again. Just go ahead and make sure everything is basically set and merged together so you don't look any powdery. Then I'm going to go ahead and go in my waterline with a liner from Jordana Cosmetics. It's just a regular black liner. It's their easy liner for the eyes. I will again list this in the description box below. After that, I'm going to go ahead and smoke out my eye using the actual shadow from ColourPop, which is Bandit. I'm going to go ahead and just place this over the black line I already put down and buff this out just to give me a nice smoky look. And I'm just going to take my time and blend this out. Just take my time. Then I'm going to go ahead and line my lips and start my lipstick. I do apologize. I am a little bit out of focus. Well, out of the camera. I'm using the lip liner BFF number 3. It's the perfect lip liner, especially for my brown skin tone ladies. It is the perfect liner when you want to go ahead and wear any type of nude, especially a bright nude. I'm going to go ahead and use NYX Strawberry Milk lipstick over this. This is a bright light pink. I'm just going to blend it in. And then I'm going to go in with another lipstick, and I think this is Revlon. It's some type of rosy nude mauve color. I'm going to put it in the description box below as well. Then I'm going to go over with I think this is E.L.F. lip gloss as well. This is like a light pink. And I do actually love this look. I'm actually agreeing with it, you can see. But then I decided to change it up a little bit for people who want a little bit of a bolder lip. And the lip I chose was the NYX matte lipstick in the color Perfect Red with the lip liner in NYX as well, which is, I think it's red as well. I'm sorry, it's hot red. And this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's the perfect prom look, something affordable that you can use mostly drugstore products for and get that perfect look that you'll love. Again, thank you for watching. And subscribe, like, and comment if you did enjoy the video. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.